And we are back, folks. Thanks for joining us on our video this week. And welcome to Newbie Views. Today, on the Trying Channel, we've got some more cup in the soup. Soup in a cup from KNoRR. This is around for a long time. You guys know them from gravies and mixes and so forth. Well, this is the first time I think I've ever seen them with their cup in the soup. They're jumping into the bandwagon. Let's see how they go and taste. They've got some very Asian-inspired flavors. So starting off, we've got the Thai curry. Thai red curry, I think it said. And all these are around 70 grams, 69 grams, something like that, 60 grams. And roughly about 240 calories. And it takes 5 minutes. Wow, that's pretty simple. I think all they do is, let's have a quick read of it while I do that. Open the foil, pour in hot water, stir and blend. Let stand for 5 minutes and enjoy. So, that is the Thai red curry. The next one in the middle, we've got the beef pho. Sorry, pardon me. Beef pho. Vietnamese style soup with rice noodles. This one has rice noodles. The red curry also has rice noodles. Again, this is about 60 grams. And the last one we have is, one of my favorites is miso soup. Japanese miso soup. Now this one's 56 grams, one of the lightest ones. Probably not a lot of stuff into it. But calorie-wise, 190 grams. I think the rest are around 210 and 240 calories. So, for a cup of soup, I guess that's adequate enough. Now, one thing I will tell you, the macros on these are insane. This little 240 calories of a little cup has 970 milligrams of sodium. If you guys want to check out the macro, the Vietnamese Pho, the pho has 1,010 milligrams of sodium. Are you guys getting this? There's a lot of sodium in these prepackaged boxes. And the red curry has 1,030. So you guys can close up on that. 1,030 milligrams. That's more than half the daily recommended sodium. There's a lot of salt in here, folks. So I'm going to get some water that's got boiling upstairs. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to try the miso soup and give you a quick review. Alright, hang tight. Let's get this going. Oh, let's crack it open and see what it looks like. One thing that drew me to the KNoRRs was these are very colorful boxes. This one's got this teal blue. I really like that color. Japanese miso. The purple for the pho. Vietnamese pho. Good looking. And of course, red curry. Thai red curry. So definitely the AZN feeling coming off from KNoRR. Let's go test this one out first. So just cranking it open for you. First time opening. Guys, guess what? It doesn't look like anything. It looks like a bunch of noodles with some spices at the bottom. Is it going to be any good? Let's find out. Okay, guys, and we are back. So, we've got our Japanese miso soup. We've got some boiling hot water. And I'm just filling it up to the line. Nothing more. And you can see what's happening here. I'm just going to spill it all, but It's inside. Gonna give it a stir. So this is about a 1/4 inch rice noodles, thick. And in it I do see some dried tofu, some greens, I assume they're green onions, seaweed. I got bad news, it doesn't really smell like miso soup. It doesn't have that miso flavor. I can't smell anything. Oh, there's a big chunk of seaweed, people. Oh yeah, it's getting really dark. Ooh, ow, that's hot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks good. And the plastic is actually melting away from the thing. So let me close the lid up before I waste any heat out of this thing. 5 minutes. We be back. Okay guys, we are back. It's been about 4 minutes. Just gonna give it a quick stir. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's thickened up quite a bit. Alright. Hey guys, I noticed that a lot of the noodle soups come in a paper. This is actually a plastic cup with a paper. Okay, Google, stop timer. So it's been 5 minutes. The broth is thick and very miso looking. I don't know if you can see that. It's very thick and miso looking. The noodles look al dente. And alright, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna burn our face off and we're gonna have a sip of the soup. This is Japanese miso soup from KNoRR Instant Cup. This was not cheap. This was over $2. I think it was on sale for $2. Alright, I'm going to have a quick sip of the soup. That will tell me how good this miso is. Oh, make sure it don't die, guys. Here we go. First, it's boiling hot. Okay. Guys, if you don't like spicy foods, if you don't like miso flavor, you're gonna like this. This has a very light miso paste in it. Authentic, this is not. Tasty, it is. It's a little bland, but for what it is, it's not very good. I can't cover it up. It's not very good. I'm going to tell you it's probably a 3 out of 5. It's not that good. Now, what does surprise me, though, is the amount of seaweed in here. There is some real big chunks. And now comes the taste test. That's the thing. The broth, meh. I like miso because I want the broth. But here we go. 5-minute noodles. So they've got the 5-minute noodle down pat. These are nice. They're a little al dente. Mmm. Woo! That's hot. That's hot. Yep. Seaweed. Good. Good enough. The tofu little pieces, there is no presence in them. They're just overpowered by the sheer amount of noodles here. Alright, I'm going to super mix it. I'm going to take another sip. Oh, yeah, a little more hint of seaweed, a little onion flavor. as I mixed up the bottom, the flavor condensed a little bit more. It got a little more concentrated. You know what? Let me just move the up to 3.5. I mean, it got better. The noodles, I think, are fine. They're 3.5 all the time. There's a lot of noodles. You're going to get full if you just want a cup of soup. Whoa. Guys, I just hit a piece of noodle that was not cooked thoroughly. It wasn't rehydrated. That wasn't good. Guys, look at the size of this seaweed. I don't know if you can see that. That's a lot of seaweed. It brings a lot of flavor to it, though, for sure. Mmm. Alright, guys, stay tuned. I'm just going to finish this off and give you final thoughts. Ooh! Guys, can you see how thick and concentrated that broth is down there? I thought I mixed it up pretty thoroughly, but apparently there's quite a bit of solution and sediment in the bottom. When I mixed it, it has a better miso flavor. It's a little thick now, but bottoms up. KNoRR, Japanese miso soup. My friends, you score 3.5 out of 5. It's not very good tasting. It's very bland. It's got some flavor of seafood, specifically of the seaweed that's in here. The little dried pieces of tofu, I couldn't see anything. There's no mushrooms that I could detect. KNoRR, this is a okay attempt. It's a good Americanized version of miso soup. And it filled your belly. If you're cold, if you wanted some noodles, and you didn't want tomato flavor, Japanese miso. 3 out of 5. Maybe 3.5 on a good day. Alright, tomorrow, let's go test the next two. Right now, 3.5 out of 5. Would I buy again? No. Is it worth it? Not for over $2 a cup. Definitely not worth it for sure. I would buy the tutto bene Italian versions of that. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link below or description below where you can see that review as well. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright folks, back for cup number 2. And today, oops, empty cup, Japanese miso. 3.5 out of 5. That's what you got from the Japanese miso. Today we've got the Vietnamese Pho with rice noodles. And it's a beef flavor. It says it's low fat and no artificial colors. KNoRR since 1839. Well, guys, let's check this pho in a cup from KNoRR. Crank it open. Oh, that's promising, guys. That's pretty promising. Again, same sort of mixture at the bottom. And the rice noodles. Actually, let's just see. If I take out the noodles, you do see a couple of ounces of ground spices. I'm sure there's like, I don't know what's in there. Alright. So, as usual, I got my hot water. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the timer. Okay, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, guys. Let's give it a quick stir. It's probably been about 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, I smell caraway seeds. I think it's caraway. Wow. This is really thick, and I'm giving it a really good stir. So just gotta make sure I don't burn my face off. I don't know if guys, can you see that? Wow, check the steam off of that. It looks really rich. In fact, it looks a little thick. I'm just gonna fill it back up to the line. I guess some of the water was absorbed into the noodles and it looks a little thick. Just gonna keep on stirring it. I'm feeling some resistance at the bottom. I'm getting some of the dried seasonings. So I don't know what that green thing is. It looks maybe like lemongrass. I've got some red bits. Looks like, oh, this could be spicy, guys. This could be spicy. Again, 210 calories for 60 grams, so 2 ounces. I waited about... Okay, Google, stop. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to do what I did like last time. I'm going to take a sip of the broth to see how that tastes. And I know I'm going to burn my face off, so... Stop. Alright, guys. Vietnamese Pho broth. From a cup. From KNoRR. Wow, that's thick. Holy cow. It's very thick. Just to the cup line, it's very thick. So there could have been a lot of starch to make it thicker, but I don't know. Yeah, good lemongrass flavor. You gotta like it. If you don't like lemongrass, you're probably not gonna like this flavor. Again, rice noodles are the same noodles from yesterday. Same texture, same everything. The texture, the flavor on this is very different from the miso. It was mostly seaweed from the miso. This has definitely got a lemongrass flavor. It's not spicy, guys. Do I tell you it's overly lemongrassed? Well, no, because that's what pho could be like. It doesn't taste like beef. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, guys. There's very little beef flavor. Lemongrass. The noodles are fine. Again, I give those 3.5 out of 5 again. The noodles are... Yeah, their noodles are noodles. They're good. You guys want to have a look? Without spilling it there. For some reason, I think this is... I'm feeling like there's some caraway seeds, but I can't tell. I don't know if it's another spice I'm not familiar with, but it tastes like caraway seeds. Definitely lemongrass. The red stuff, I'm thinking it's red chili flakes, but it's not. It's not very spicy at all. I don't have to finish this bowl, but I will tell you that this is a tad bit better than my favorite miso. So this actually gets a 3.5, a solid 3.5 out of 5. I might even say it's 3.5, 3 3/4. But let's just be realistic and say it's 3.5. I know it's the same score, but this is a better tasting broth. Does it score 4 for me? No, it does not. But if you don't like lemongrass, you're not going to like the flavor of it that much. Even though it's pretty subtle. This has more flavor than the miso. Now, the problem is, I'm not a big fan of lemongrass flavor, so this, with a blander flavor, still is a better choice than this. I know it sounds strange, but I just like this flavor more than the lemongrass. Alright, I'm going to finish this off, and we'll see you on day 3, or episode 3, which we will be checking out the red curry. The Thai red curry. Boom. Alright, and we're back. It's been a minute. Just gonna stir up the soup here. Oh wow, it has thickened up dramatically. And it's rich and thick. Oh boy. Alright, just gonna take off the lid because it's really hard to see anything here. Alright, gonna give you a quick look, guys. Without spilling it, look how red that is. That's red or yellow or whatever you want to call it. It definitely has a lot of curry coloring to it. It's got a lot of, I think it's green chilies, I don't know. So, as I did before, these are smaller noodles. I'm just going to see if their time has changed. Let stand for 5 minutes. No, the instructions are still the same even though these are super small noodles. I think these should be ready to go. I am going to take a sip. Boy, this is thick. Thick with 2 C's. Stop. Alright, 5 minutes is up. Let's have a sip. Steamy. Okay. Oh, that's curry flavor, 100%. Noodle pull. There's no such a thing, but I've just invented a noodle pull. KNoRR. Red Thai chili. Thai red chili. KNoRR. Absolutely the best one of the bunch. It's got good curry flavor. The noodles are smaller. It is a much better noodle choice. They should have had this noodle size for all of them. These noodles were too big. This is a perfect size for slurping. The flavor is intense. They finally got one right. KNoRR scores a 4 out of 5 for this is very good. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert on red chili or chili in general, but boy, this is good. That's the end of the test. I'm just going to finish this off. That's how good this is. Alright guys, this is it. This has been a test of the KNoRR AZN. Boom. Noodle in a cup. Did it do better than Italy? If you haven't seen those videos of the tutte bene noodles in a cup, check out the link below. But from the commercial success of KNoRR and their products, this should be a hit. This one specifically. The rest of them, they're okay. Is it worth the $2 some odd? Nope. But in a pinch, this will do, especially if it ever goes on sale. Alright guys, hope you like this video. I inspire you to go out and try these for yourself. These are at No Frills. I'm sure they're all over the place. Go out and try them for yourself. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, of course, and turn on notifications for our next video. Until then, happy eating, happy slurping. We out.